Vanessa Simmons is at the house alone while he's there. Charles is there talking to her about the whole situation, and she's lying and shit to him. I think that was before he got hit in the head. And then Vanessa sees that picture in that book of her singing the song.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She
I mean,
finds a video
right?
because he records every studio session.
Because after all of this, she's still on that. Like, you just killed somebody, and now you worried about this crazy woman and why she's, you know what I mean? It's like you trying to figure out if your husband's still cheating. Like, yo, nigga told you. So she looks in the book, sees the picture drops out. I don't know why this nigga got a picture of his kid's mom in the music book on the song that he gave to her. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this new song, but as a
And he kept saying the whole time she was asking, he was like, "No, no, no. This is the first time we ever recorded this song." It's like, you know, she demoed that shit for you.
You can tell there's like an older nigga, like he's way older than the girl he's with. You know what I mean? The old school liar. Nah, baby girl.
Baby girl, let's talk about this.
That's passe.
That nigga said, "Let's talk about this" about 30 times. This motherfucker.
You are now tuned into Black on Black Prime.
Disclaimer, like I said, every fucking episode, we don't care if we liked it or not. We still watch your shit, and congratulations to you. We support you, and shout outs to you, nigga, because you made it. We don't know you. We're watching this. Your movie. Anybody around the world can watch your shit. You made it, my nigga. You famous. You good.
And just like always, if you didn't ask for our opinion, we didn't ask you to listen to it. So, sorry.
Click and turn it off. Hello, everybody. I'm Lamar. That's Brian. This one we're gonna do a movie review on
Deadly Entanglement.
Hell yeah.
It's the BT original movie.
I hella didn't remember
that. It's one of the things that just popped up. I was like, man, it's a new movie. I'm not sure exactly how many people watch BET Plus. You know what I mean?
I think it's a lot.
But I feel like I watched some shit on here. You know what I mean? Especially the shows or whatever. So I mean, hopefully, you know, people go check this movie out. It's starring Monica Calhoun from Best Man and Vanessa Simmons.
Right. So, it's funny you said from Best Man because I was thinking from Players.
Oh, that's funny. Is like when I see her now as like, I guess, an adult. Ebony don't hit me no more.
Yeah, it is weird like that. Like when you look at her, it's like I don't even see the Best Man. Like she looked like a whole different woman, really.
Yeah, with the blonde dreads.
Yeah,
I think the fact that we just like watched The Best Man not too long ago, even though she wasn't in it like that, but you know, just seeing her in that shit is just like, damn.
So the movie is basically about the main dude. What's the main dude's name? The husband.
Oh, the dad. His name in the movie, I have no idea because it's not listed.
Is it Greg or Eddie or Greg? Is one of them? Or am I thinking about Stepmother?
You might be thinking about Stepmother. Yeah, his name is not listed, but you know, I want to be able to say his name, so let me get it right quick. I can pull it from the cast.
Yeah, I can't remember, but once he finds his name, he's a producer. He's now producing Vanessa Simmons, who is his wife currently, but his ex-wife is Monica Calhoun, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say his name is Charles.
His name is Charles. Yeah. So Charles is you know what's crazy about it? The way they because I almost say a world famous producer, but the way they talk about it is like they haven't got off the ground yet.
Right. I mean, it looked like he got money.
Yeah, and he had hella plaques on the wall.
Right. So he might just be one of them low key, like, you know how they have the like he might be a writer.
Yeah, okay.
Did a lot of stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that, but it don't seem like he's had a big hit yet. But I mean, this is also in another universe, so it's like it's not like they're saying, "Oh man, she's chart topper. She was over Beyonce." You know what I mean? Like this is in a fictional place to where, you know, she might be like just throwing out an artist or whatever. She might be like a Faith Evans or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
In this universe.
Or maybe he's already famous, and the thing is, because they keep emphasizing how she's going to be famous. Like, oh, you about to be a famous superstar. So maybe like you said, he was already a famous writer.
Yeah.
But now it's like, this is my wife, this is my artist.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. So he's pretty much I guess they're in a. It seemed like their relationship been on for a while because they're married, right? You know what I mean? So it's like the mom of his son wants to file for full custody because he's too busy. And his wife, like, he needs a mom pretty much, and his wife is a new singer, so it's like she's not going to be available to be a mom to his kid. So she's like, well, you know, how about the baby come live with me full time?
Right, and at the time of that's all in the beginning of the movie. We don't really know her background.
We don't.
But he kind of hints at it because he's like, the reason why I let them release you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like because you seemed like you was doing better. So we kind of like, what the fuck going on?
Thought she was locked up.
Yeah, but they didn't say like because she wasn't in jail, she was in a fucking mental institute. But they don't say that. They're just like when we let you out or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was kind of weird hearing her say he needs a mother, because normally it's like the father, like, he need a daddy, and it's like.
Exactly. Especially him, you know, being seemed like he's about to be playing basketball or whatever. He in the backyard shooting hoops, and, you know, talking about he's about to be the next Curry. So I guess it is the real universe that they in, if they do mention you know, certain people. So they are talking about this universe.
I wish you would have stopped. I wish they didn't do that because he was trash. He couldn't even make a layup, and they kept saying like he takes it serious. He's the next Curry. I wish I would stop saying that.
Just like, yeah, you don't know about that, maybe.
Nah, that he's not the next anything. He couldn't make a layup,
man. But I feel like we talked about this too. When you grew up, it was like, man, if you was tall, they said you was the next somebody. You know,
right? They just put it on you.
Your mom, your aunties, they were just like, "Oh, that boy, he good."
Yeah,
it was somebody.
It was crazy how they was treating him like he was 7 in here too, because dude was clearly like 17 years old.
Yeah, for sure. They was babying the hell out of that nigga.
Yeah, because it was like, yeah, we get later on in the movie, they're like, yeah, you get a key. You feel special because you get a key. And I'm kind of like, this nigga should have had a key when he was 13. He's like 19 years old. Now he got more responsibility, so he got a key.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that he looked like he might have been like 15, 16 at least, but it's like, who trying to get full custody for a kid that's about to go to college? It's like, I can see if he was like 8, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga damn near grown.
That's what I'm saying. He was too old for that shit. So in the beginning, she sees a video, right? Monica sees a video. I don't know her name in the movie. I'm just calling her Monica Calhoun. She sees a video of Vanessa Simmons singing
on Instagram. Yeah.
In that moment, I was like, "Oh, that's her song." I don't know why in my head, because just the way how she reacted, I was like, "That's her song."
I didn't even peep. Like, I looked at it and I was like, I thought she was just like mad at the fact that she was who she was. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like she's with her ex, and, you know, she's successful, I guess. You know what I mean? But because she just went through this whole little episode, started screaming. Her boss came over like, "Fuck wrong with you, man?" Like, get to work. That shit was funny.
But so the reason why I thought it was her song, because she looked more hurt than upset.
Right.
Like, she kind of was like in shock, like, what the fuck? Like, that was her reaction. But so she goes, she don't say nothing about it, but she kind of like goes to visit them to pick up the son. Was that it? She went to go pick him up.
Right. But before that, I think she sent the letter she sent the letter to them saying what she wanted, and then they went to their lawyer and talked about it. Her sister was a lawyer, so they talked about it, and she was saying, you know, pretty much what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like how she wanted the whole full custody thing. Then she did come over after that, and they had a discussion. She didn't want the wife to be a part of the discussion. She was just like, can I talk to my ex alone? Like, what do you feel about that when that happens? Like, in a situation where it's like, it's you and your wife, and then the one comes in saying, "Yo, I need to talk to him by himself." Is it?
But
I see
depending
that. I
on
see that a lot. Like, it's almost like this is like we had a relationship at once, so me and him should be able to talk separately. You're his wife, but this ain't got nothing to do with you.
it depends on the relationship.
Okay.
It depends on how the ex and the new are standing with each other. Like if they ain't good, then it's kind of like if you want to talk to me alone, talk to me over the phone. We don't need to talk face to face alone.
Yeah. Yeah. I can just see that.
That should be weird because it's like a weird energy, or it's like a trap almost. Because it's like if it's bad blood between them, they'll do some shit. It's like a mind game, like kind of how she looked at her, like, yeah, this is a private conversation. She was kind of looking, kind of like, yeah, this is. Let me talk to him alone. You get out of here. It's like a getting the upper hand or one up.
Like I still got him. You know what I mean? This still our family kind of situation. I know I'd be, if I was a husband, I'd probably be just like, what the fuck you mean? You need to talk by yourself. You better get him.
Talk to me on the phone. That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need to talk face to face. If you want to talk to me alone, we can talk over the phone because I don't trust your ass.
Right. Yeah. So she made the request. You know what I mean? The dude was, of course he's not having it. You know what I mean? He's looking at it like, okay, like I'll figure something out to where he can do sleepovers or something first. You know what I mean? See how that goes. Because I don't think she would have won anyway if they would have went to court.
Fuck no, you can't come out of a mental institution with demands, nigga. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But his thing was he didn't want the public to find out about it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I wouldn't even. I honestly wouldn't have entertained her no more than a few seconds. I'd have been like, look, man, like right now you got to know where you can see him every now and then. Like, let's take these steps. Like, don't send me no paper something about full custody. Like, you already reaching over to a point to where now it seems a little aggressive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, don't play yourself, nigga.
Hey, ass locked back up.
Right. It's like, okay, let's calm down. Like, if you just said like maybe joint, possibly, you know what I mean, or you want more days.
Yeah. So they have that conversation, and then somehow Vanessa Simmons gets invited to Monica's house for a one-on-one conversation, right? She was like, I want to talk to you one-on-one, basically.
Right. That was weird.
Very. And that's what I'm saying. It's like that should be weird. I don't know how a woman would trust another woman enough to go to their domain and have a one-on-one conversation. Like, I would be like, why are you going to her house?
Yeah, especially if you already know she ain't right, because it's like she invited her when I guess she was picking up her son, and her and her sister was in the back actually talking about her or whatever. So I don't even know if she heard what they said, because she was like talking about whooping her ass and all of that.
It made it seem like but maybe that's just the way that the boy acts, because every time he comes in the scene, he kind of gives this look like.
Oh shit!
No matter what's going on, that was his look like. Mom.
I seen the little boy's real name. I do not know how to pronounce this. It's like DE, the apostrophe, capital V, ARIYAY. It's like Devarier.
Devarier. That's probably it.
Okay.
That's probably it.
Yeah, that shit came out smooth this time. I was looking at it, I was like, Devarier Harris.
Yeah, so Devarier, that was his reaction. So when they walked up on him in the backyard, it made it seem like they heard it, but they never let us know if she heard it or not.
Right. So she went in there nice, talking about, my liquor cabinet stays open all night, like, so that was her invitation or whatever. And I guess she's low-key an alcoholic.
It seemed like it. It seemed like it.
What time your liquor cabinet closed?
But one thing, I don't know if it threw you off, but it threw me off. She's supposed to be fresh out. She's a fresh out, not a bartender. What is she? She's a waitress, a fresh out waitress with a big ass nice house. That house was nice in the motherfucker.
That house, yeah. I don't know if the husband bought her that house. Maybe.
You think so?
Back in the day, maybe that was just like her. Maybe that was their house before they divorced. You know how that works. It's like,
okay,
you keep the house. You know what I mean? I'm a cut, and that's why he had the bigger spot, but she still had a nice place. Yeah.
That's but okay, so that make more sense because I was like, how the fuck is she a waitress with this nice ass hat? That literally makes no sense.
Yeah.
Literally makes no sense.
Yeah. She was taking jabs out of the whole meeting. She was just like, yeah, you know how Charles, you know, he gets his inspiration from sex. Like, people are so disrespectful.
They brought up that lady Jessica's name about 4 times. Did they ever say who Jessica was? Like, you get hints at him fucking up and cheating with her, maybe.
Nah, it was his ex, like his ex before her.
Before Vanessa.
Before Monica.
Oh, it was the very, very first thing.
Yeah, it was the ex before. I don't know why they brought her up and what she even, I don't even know why she mattered to this movie, but I guess she was just using her for, you know, the ending or whatever.
Right, because it was like, because she brought her up like, yeah, she said, yeah, Monica was talking about it and she was like, yeah, and she just said the name. And then Vanessa was like pissed, like, Jessica. She's like, yeah, that's who, yeah.
Yeah, you know how you'll tell your significant other about, like, you know, some of your partners that you have. So that name probably stuck out. That might have been a name that he said, just like, oh yeah, she was maybe my first love or something. You know what I mean? And that name might have stuck out. The nigga said, I don't say nothing.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's something deeper because when Vanessa brought it up to him, he was like, that was like, you know, I said I apologize. That's in the past. Why you bringing that up? It seemed like something happened.
It's a possibility. I guess I don't remember that part, but I can see how I remember that part when she did when the box came. I do remember that part. It was like, hey man, this ain't nothing. You know what I mean? At first I thought he was just talking about the fact that it's like, yo, that's my ex. Like, you know what I mean? But I mean, he could have cheated with her. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking because of after she had the conversation over there where she was confronting about everything that she was told and she said that name, he was just like, yeah, that was the past. Why are you worried about that? Leave that alone. So we worked that out already. Yeah. And then she sees she gets the package from Jessica, which is crazy. So it's like you find out this woman is crazy. Then you get a random package from this other woman that he supposedly cheated with, and the package is just random as fuck. It's sex clothes, handcuffs, and a letter with a kiss on it. Literally the craziest shit you get. Like, why would a woman send that to a nigga? It literally makes no sense. But in her mind, she's not thinking, oh, it's this crazy bitch.
Yeah, I got issues, bro. Because like I guess like, you know what I mean, my mindset, like when I don't do nothing, I'm super like nonchalant, like I have no care or nothing about it. It's nothing. You can't make me apologize for something I didn't do. Like I open that bottle, I don't know what the fuck this shit is. I was like, you mad? Okay, I'll be mad, but I'm just letting you know I don't have nothing to do with the box. I mean, if you leave, that's gonna be on you. You're gonna have to come back because I'm not gonna follow you. I'm telling your stupid ass, it's not like that. You know what I mean?
It's like literally like you got to really think, but it's like you said, it's like now you're insulting my intelligence. Yeah. So you really think I would if I was really out there doing some shit, you think I would allow this woman to send some shit to my house?
Exactly. There's no way. It's like there's no way I'm gonna be that reckless to be dealing with somebody that would do something like this.
It literally makes no sense. And I got all the money in the world to go to a hotel and do some other shit.
Right.
You think I might have a package dropped off at my house? Come on.
Yeah.
You can't be that dumb.
That shit
so she goes off. She goes off on him. She's about to leave. I forgot what happened to where he actually leaves.
Yeah, I remember that. What did happen? Because he was just like, you know, I'll bounce or whatever. It was something.
Something happened because it rewind because Monica was in that house snooping around. She stole some lingerie and a bracelet.
Right. Yeah. She like as soon as I saw that, I started putting the pieces together on what was going to happen next. Because I remember the beginning of the movie, like before it even started, you saw like this Photoshop situation going on. Like you remember that, like right in the beginning, it was like analyzing a face.
Yeah, but when they were having a conversation in Monica's house, this is a bunch of shit I just forgot about. And they were having a conversation in Monica's house. She was like, yeah, I was in school to be a web designer or some shit like that. And then she said some shit like that.
My bad.
She was like, it was a random ass thing to be in school for. It was like photo design or some shit. So they
Yeah.
let you know right there, like, okay, that's what you do. And then,
Fuck.
damn, nigga.
My bad.
And then, and
COVID.
then, when they're leaving, a random ass dog is barking. She's like, yeah, he's nice. He don't bite. I'm like, that was for a reason too.
Yeah. Yeah. You just never know. Like if something stands out, you were just like, I wonder why they made that a part of the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's kind of like remember this happened? Like you got to remember later on. Like remember this dog was barking.
yeah.
So after dude leaves, this shit was funny to me. After dude leave, she had a big ass mansion, but there's one lock on the door, and then the alarm says, the alarm says, not armed.
Hella green screened alarm. That should be funny when you see stuff like that. We're just like, all right, you didn't see that?
And she said, not armed. I was like, come on now.
Yeah.
So Monica was texting some weird looking ass nigga. Texting him the lingerie pictures. They don't have the same body at all, but she's texting her the lingerie pictures, but she photoshopped her face on it, and she basically told dude like, come to my house.
Yeah.
The key is under the mat, because she made a copy of the key because
when she went to stole when she went and stole the stuff. Did she find the key there? And then she took the key. She took the key from her son.
Yeah, her son, because her son had just turned 21, so he finally got responsibilities, and so he got a key to the house. And she was like, she stole the key, and she went and got a copy made, but she was like, now you got more responsibilities because you got key to both your houses. Right. He was like, oh.
Nigga was shooting jumpers. She was like, go ahead, baby.
No mama that jump shot.
Man.
He couldn't make a layup. That shit was bothering the fuck out of me.
This nigga said he just turned 21. It's crazy.
He was old as fuck, man. So dude break in the house. He like basically trying to rape her. Like you said you liked it rough or some shit.
Yeah.
She fights him off, grabs a butcher knife and stabs him in the middle of his chest. Vanessa does. When he's on the ground,
very delicate.
Yeah, it was soft. It was soft and slow, like sliding and slow. Another weird thing: his phone rings in his pocket, or his phone chimes in his pocket, and she's just like, "Let me, let me look at his phone." That should be weird to me. Like, why are you?
Just like what was that? The Power.
Like Power, when she grabbed him.
Phone just ring. I was like, all right.
That's crazy. But she take the phone. You need the eye to unlock. She opened his eye to unlock it. And then she sees that the number he's been texting, so she calls it. This is where the dog thing comes in handy. Because she calls it, Deidre like, what the fuck? That's her name, Deidre. She's like, what the fuck? I told you don't call me, Charles, or whatever the fuck his name is. So she answered, but she don't say nothing. So they both just listening. And then she hears the dog barking. It's like, oh, it was Deidre. Because I know that dog bark from anywhere.
Yeah, you could tell dog barks.
So why did Charles go over there to talk? Charles went to go get his son back, right? Because his son was like, because she told her son, Deidre told her son, she's a murderer. You can't go over there or some shit like that. Because he's like, I got to go back and help her or some shit.
She slapped the shit out of She slapped the shit out of
the fuck out of him.
Oh, like, damn.
He was like, they are good people. She was like, no, they're not bad like you. She slapped the shit out of him. Sent him back to his twin bed. He's 23 years old in the twin bed. She slapped the fuck out of him. So the daddy.
At first, wasn't she scared? Wasn't he was scared at first. No, was this later when he was scared? And then he was like, I'll never let anything happen to you. Like once she was saying like something was going to happen, like when did that happen? Because he was scared of his mom at first for a reason. It was something happened.
Oh, he slapped her down. When she slapped him down, he was laying in the twin bed, and she came in there to talk to him, and he was like scared of her and shit. And she told him something. He was like, "I'll always protect you," because he's 25. Like nigga, you're a grown man. Of course you can protect your mama, and you got responsibilities because you got 2 keys now. But the daddy came over there to get him back. If you know somebody's crazy, don't ever turn your back on them.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb. I ain't walking to nobody's house knowing that this girl done murdered somebody in my house. You know, that's just not gonna happen. I'm like, what was wrong with calling the police sometimes, man? Just letting the police handle everything. Because it's like you go in there, you don't know what's going on. There's somebody else's house. She could have just shot your ass.
Straight up.
It's just like, nigga, now I got my son forever.
Straight up. So the son is flip-flopping, like, I'm scared of you. I need to go help them. But then he's like, because there was one scene. Oh, no. That was after the Jessica shit. When they pulled up, she brought the son back. And they on the porch, like I said, he always doing that face like, I was like, it like he would, I don't know why he was mad, but he turned around. He was like, Dad. And he just like walked off. And he was like, Michael, let me talk to you. It's like, what is he mad about? What did you hear to make you react like that? He was mad. You're 27 years old. You should have been moved out. How you mad at your daddy for living his life?
He just keeps going up.
How you gonna be mad at your daddy? How you mad at your daddy? You too old to be living there.
I'm trying to think about these scenes or whatever, because I remember she slapped him, but I don't think that was the same time. I think something happened, because I think it was the slap, and then he was still over at the house, and I think he saw something that had something, because he was scared of his mom. Like, he didn't even want to talk to her.
It was his mom back turned. She's deleting all the pictures she created.
That's what it was. See?
And he walked in and saw it like over her shoulder.
Right.
What is that? She was like, the police got me helping, baby. Don't.
Exactly. She could pass that nigga old ass business cards. It's like, the police got. See, that's why they want me to help him. And he was like, oh.
That nigga 29 years old, and she tricked you just that quick, nigga. Like, she didn't even have to put no effort in it. The police need your help. The police need your help.
Yeah, I was like, Mama, you lying like a motherfucker, man.
You too old.
I saw you deleting all them nudies. This nigga like
that nigga too old to believe that shit. So yeah, she knocked out Charles. Knocked his ass out. And then she goes to the house and ties up Vanessa Simmons, right?
What's it called? Vanessa Simmons is at the house alone while he's there. Charles is there talking to her about the whole situation, and she's lying and shit to him. I think that was before he got hit in the head. And then Vanessa sees that picture in that book of her singing the song.
Oh, yeah. She finds the video because he records every studio session.
Because after all of this, she's still on that. Like, you just killed somebody, and now you worried about this crazy woman and why she's, you know what I mean? It's like you're trying to figure out if your husband's still cheating. Like, your nigga told you. So she looks in the book, sees the picture drops out. I don't know why this nigga got a picture of his kid's mom in the music book on the song that he gave to her. It's crazy. Like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this new song, but
and he kept saying the whole time she was asking, he was like, no, this is the first time we ever recorded this song. It's like, she demoed that shit for you.
You can tell that nigga's like an older nigga. Like, he's way older than the girl he's with. You know what I mean? He's an old school liar. Nah, baby girl,
let's talk about this.
That's passe.
That nigga said, let's talk about this about 30 times, this motherfucker. Yeah. So what's the part where she get tied up then? It was a part
I think that happened more it was closer to the end, because he got when the husband got hit, she went over there because he called her because he was like damn near unconscious. No, she called him. He was damn near unconscious. He was just like, baby, dude, you're crazy. You know, she hit me in the back of the head. So that's where she comes. You're like, what the hell she was shit? Because what's it called?
That nigga old as hell.
Baby. Yeah, so she comes over there. She gets the kid out of the house, Deidre. She takes him somewhere and then hits the lawyer girl. Remember?
Yeah, her ass
Yeah.
off that bike.
For some reason, everybody's always in the same vicinity. You know what I mean? Everybody lives next to each other in this small city. So she sees her.
Wait. Before that, she's sitting with the side in the car, and she like, "How was your burger?" He was like,
Yeah. I think that nigga was special, bro.
"That nigga was 31." She bought him a Happy Meal. That nigga said, and then he was like, "We've been sitting there for an hour." And she told her some goofy shit like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave. You gotta go with your auntie." She was talking about the lady on the bike.
All right.
He was like, we can go to her house right now. I can tell you how to get there. She was like, "Nah, baby, we gotta meet somebody first."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "All right." Then that nigga just went. He was asleep.
She hit that nigga some melatonin like a baby. She slid that nigga some melatonin in his little shake. I like, first of all, like, when and how did this happen? Because y'all in the car at the drive-thru, probably. When did she get a chance to slide this medicine in your drink, nigga?
I have no idea, but she gave him the medicine. He was knocked out.
Nigga said,
She put the seatbelt on. That shit pissed me off. That nigga was just mid conversation. That nigga said, she reached over with the seatbelt.
"Oh shit!"
She rolled top speed and flipped their ass off that bike.
I don't care how knocked out you are, nigga. You hit somebody, you gonna wake up right after, nigga. That's what that nigga says. All right, mama. That's just funny as hell.
That's what happened. She went to the studio because the police was like, she called and she was like, "Wait, take me off the speakerphone." She was like, she did it like, like red from the wash. She like, "You got me on. Well, take me off the speakerphone." They was like, "Nah, nigga, don't take her off," because they had that one terrible ass detective.
Oh my
and
God.
he was like, "Keep her on the phone as long as you can." Like, for what, y'all? It ain't tapped. What am I keeping her on the phone for? But she like, "Come alone, or I'm gonna kill my son." Was that what it was? Come alone, or he ain't gonna be safe.
Yo, you're not gonna see him again, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. She said she was, because I guess the wife lied. Well, she throughout that what's it called? It's like, yeah, I'm gonna meet her at like somewhere, but the husband didn't.
She said because she was like, "I can't get rid of them." She was like, "Make something up. You a woman, right? Make something up." And then it's still dumb. And then she was like, "Yeah, she got him at a warehouse."
Yeah.
She wants me to meet him at the warehouse. So the cop was like, because Charles was like, "I'll go with you." She like, "Nah." He like, "Nah, you stay here."
Yeah.
Then she was like, he was like, "You all right, baby?" Like, you said, "You all right, baby?" She was like, "Nah, I'm going through it. I feel bad. I feel bad for my sister." He was like, "Yeah, go up there by yourself and go visit your sister." I'm going to the warehouse. At a time like this, I'm gonna go to the warehouse. She like, "All right." So they meet at the studio. She knocked her out, right, and tied her up.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about you, but it's like, wouldn't you, like, as a wife, you want your wife to at least tell the husband, it's like, okay, I said this is where I'm gonna be, but I'm not gonna be there.
Right.
You know, the husband had to find out. He was like, "I knew you wasn't there. I didn't believe that story for a minute."
It was funny when she was tied up because she did this running slap, this running Rick James slap.
That fight was trash.
That shit was funny as fuck though. She said something to her, and she was just like, and then she ran and was like,
she charged her in the chair. The chair broke to pieces. Oh man.
So that's the wrap up of this movie. They in the studio. Charles show up because they in the studio fighting.
Mm-hmm.
She gets arrested. She was about to kill her, right? Vanessa's about to kill her, but she doesn't. She was like, "I'm doing what's best for my son," or some shit, some goofy shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So she's about to kill her, but she don't.
She about to hit her with a guitar.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah. And then she blocks the guitar with a microphone cord. I was like, what the fuck? So she wraps the thing around her throat, the microphone or whatever. And pretty much the fight scenes was funny because it was just like it reminded me of like a bad, like one of those
Blaxploitation?
Something like that. Yeah, like it was just she grabbed
No,
the symbol. Remember she grabbed the symbol?
that's why I wrote that down.
She
She
said,
sliced her ass with that.
like, who choreographed this, man?
She sliced her.
Like, y'all ain't had no doubles? Why y'all got Monica Calhoun out here acting like Katana? So
She sliced the shit out of her with that symbol.
yeah.
So the wrap up is, of course, Charles running last minute after the fight is over.
Well,
Then it's like happily ever after, right? Like she goes back to the mental institution.
mm-hmm. She didn't die. She didn't kill her or nothing like
No,
that.
She didn't kill her. She just basically got arrested. Then we find out Vanessa Simmons, they're moving out of this mansion now.
She wants to, yeah. Then she's like, I'm good. Let's stay. I've been mad as hell. The whole house packed up.
Well, did she say that again at the end? I thought she was saying we need a bigger house because we got another person or some goofy shit.
She might have said that in the movie at some point because at first she was like, I don't want to leave now or some shit like that. Did she say at the end or to be like in the movie?
She said it when the shit was going down because they was like, we got to get you out of here. She was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. So she was like, with that huge place, there's only 3 people in it. And they talking about I need a bigger space because we gotta get a nursery. Right. How many rooms is in that mansion?
I don't know. But then you see the son with his beard. He's doing that same goofy ass look because she's like, we got another Curry. You ain't a Curry. I wish they didn't have him doing basketball in this movie.
I mean,
do you think so? After all is said and done, do you think they're gonna do a part 2?
I mean, I feel like if this was a Tubi movie, maybe the fact that it's a BT original, I don't know if BT originals do sequels. I haven't seen one yet.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like if it was Tubi, possibly, but like you ain't gonna be able to. You're probably not gonna get Monica Calhoun to do this again.
Hey, depending on them checks.
Yeah, depends. She probably was just like, you know what? You know what's funny in this movie? I guess I never seen Monica Calhoun. I mean, I saw her act at Players Club. I saw her act at Best Man, and you know it was cool. But this one, I feel like she put on extras to make herself look like this was a lower budget film. Like she was like, I'm gonna act a low budget as well.
Damn, you think so? I
don't think when she grabbed the phone, she was just like, "Wow, pow!" And she smashed it on the ground and then looked at it, then stomped it. It was it was OD. And I was like, "Why?" I was like, "Why'd she do that?"
Because she's supposed to be crazy.
No, but it was bad. It didn't look good. It was just like she's a seasoned actress. You know what I mean? And to do that, it felt like she did that for the film. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, this is a low budget film. I need you to remember how we had that conversation about you doing this on purpance to make it look a certain way. It's just like she smashed that phone on the ground and stomped on it horribly.
I think maybe it just didn't come off as crazy as it was supposed to.
Nah, it was a bad scene.
You know what I also noticed in here? Vanessa didn't want Charles touching her.
You said she didn't want her touching her?
She didn't want Charles touching her.
Why you say that?
Because the sex scene was terrible. Whenever they kissed, it was like on the cheek type shit or like a hug, like a partner almost. Yeah. It was like she didn't want that old nigga touching. Like there was no chemistry in that.
Yeah, I noticed that in a few films when you know that like say if the woman in the film is not really feeling the guy, like the real people, just like, hey, you know, I don't want to do the kissing thing. We can pretend, you know what I mean? Because maybe some movies or whatever. You remember, I always just think about this. Like Sean used to slob these girls down in Wayne's Brothers. Like any girl he was like,
he would go all in, nigga. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck.
Was slob with these girls, but then if you see some women in these films or whatever, it's just like it's super peck. You know what I mean? It's like Erica Mena and Willie Taylor in the movie we just saw, Stepmother. Like nigga, their pecs was trash. I was like, I thought y'all got married. Like I don't know about you, but when I got married, nigga, I'm not gonna kiss my wife with like a grandma peck and give her a hug the rest of the time.
No, fuck that.
This is like, yo, how you just give your man a peck when y'all get married and hug? It's almost like it's in the contract. Like I'm not kissing this nigga.
You got me thinking about it. I was surprised Sean didn't catch no cases, man. It was one episode he was kissing the therapist. That nigga bit her lip.
Yeah. I wonder if he ever told it because he always had some chick that he was tonguing down. And it's funny because most of the girls he was tonguing down was like they're famous now, like they're somebody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I think
and there was
Monica
always some
Calhoun was
bad
one
ones,
of
like
them.
you said.
I think Monica Calhoun was one of them. Remember when she was? Remember
She
when
was.
that
No,
was the
that's the
girl
one.
that Marlon took from her?
Yeah, Marlon Tigger.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just like this nigga boy. But
I'm, I'm surprised he ain't getting no case.
he probably was like, "Look, you gonna be in this show." They was probably not even seasoned actresses. They were like, "Should I get to kiss Sean Wayne? Fuck it." Like y'all gonna bust lives with me. Fuck what nobody say.
It's gonna be real too. It ain't no
Yeah,
ain't no
exactly.
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm tonguing you down. I'm just letting you know that. It's like, okay, okay, Sean. Well, yeah, man. That you could tell.
Shit.
You could tell there was no chemistry. He was like, oh, I gotta be his woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is in my contract. I ain't gonna do no kissing. I'll show y'all a little titty, in this lingerie. But that's about it.
So you ready to do that?
Yeah.
You ready to do the ratings?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a right.
Yeah, sounds about right. Right. I'd be about to get these things for a minute. I'd be just thinking about it for a second. I'm like, was the story cool? Like, it was cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. The story easily could have been a because it's like it was straight to the point.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like, have I seen? I was like, it's like when you see it coming, is it a good story? You know what I mean? It's like they kind of gave away what once you know the girl is crazy and you saw the Photoshop scene in the beginning, it's like you kind of know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right, I need a twist.
Honestly, I thought while watching this, I thought the twist was gonna be Charles was on some bullshit.
Yeah, like she was doing a lot of investigating in his background and trying to see like him doing this whole song situation. He got he pretty much gave her a song that his girl wrote, his ex wrote.
Yeah, it was her song. Like it's literally her song, and it was the cause of everything. It was the cause of all the problems. So I thought with that, like I said, when she saw her singing it in the studio, I was like, oh, that's her song.
Yeah.
Because I knew by the way she was looking, like, what the fuck? Like, you got her singing my song. I thought it was gonna be like, you find out he really did something to Jessica. He like killed Jessica or something. You're like, baby, let me explain. She came to the studio, and I thought it was gonna be like a twist like that, like he was full of shit or he was on some bullshit.
Right. And I think it could have been like, to call it deadly entanglement, right? Like, if you're in an entanglement, that means that you're dealing with a few, like two people, right? You know what I mean? I felt like how you were saying with the husband, I felt like they could have dug deeper into this whole situation with him. And like, if you're going to use the whole dating app, I feel like they could have stretched that part a little bit. Like, instead of having like a person come to her house and try to like, and she kills him, like it could have went a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? She could have did it for the husband. You know what I mean? Right. It's like, put a little bit of dirt on his name, like, oh, he got this dating account. You know what I mean? He's doing this, he's doing that. Or she could have tried to make him feel that she was cheating, and then
because
he messed with her again.
Yeah, because it's like, at the end of the day, what was her goal in this? What was her goal? To
get her son back at first.
Yeah, that's what it was at first. But then it was like, after that, it was like she was just being crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of shit going on, like the letter with the lingerie in it, then the whole text message. Remember that text message she got? Because he was like, man, check my phone. She went in there and locked herself in the room, and it was just like, hey, sweetie, did you get the drawers or some shit like that? Shit like that.
It was like, hey, sweetie, hold on to that box I gave you or some shit.
Yeah, I guess some of these movies they just got to be straight to the point. They're only an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I mean? They can't go deep. And yeah, I get why. It's just like, I guess I was looking for something else to happen.
Right. It seemed like it was too easy. It seemed like everything happened too easy. There was no there was no curve to go around. Like even with her killing the dude, like we just moved past that hella quick.
Yeah, she's a murderer.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing else we gonna say about that for the rest of the life.
That was it.
That was
Like
it.
she killed him. That was it. They
Yeah,
still in
like
that same house kicking it. Like it was just that fast. That shit just moved on.
Yeah. So I guess I get it. I mean, it wasn't a bad watch. You know, I thought it was a decent movie to just throw on. You know.
Yeah, it was a cool movie.
Yeah. Shout out to, I feel like we don't shout out to the directors no more. Shout out to Bobby Yan.
Yeah.
I don't know what else he did, but he is he did a few things, some stuff that I've never seen before, but
hopefully we could dive more into BET content. We seem like we've opened that door because we had to step away from Tubi for a minute. Though Tubi looked like it's about to start coming with fire.
Right.
But
yeah. They got Average Joe coming out with Deion Cole that we probably gonna review. Just, I hope it's weekly. I hope they don't just drop it on us.
I feel like BET does weekly. I feel like it. I'm not sure though.
I know when they do the Miss Pat show, they just give you everything.
Right. Okay. So like the College Hill Celebrity Edition, that's weekly.
Yeah,
that's weekly.
Yeah.
So maybe it's if they show it on TV, it's weekly. If they go straight to the app, then it's the full thing.
Right.
Because Miss Pat, they don't show on TV.
Because that should be cursing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be one of those too. Like I'm thinking it's like I don't know. When I saw the trailer, it looked interesting. So I mean, even if it is, I feel like I want to watch it. So
hell yeah.
Yeah. So we might have to binge it and watch it, like or review it after we binge it.
Or review 3 episodes at a time or some shit.
Something like that.
Well, hopefully it's weekly, man. I want it to be weekly.
Yeah, we need another weekly show. But anyway, Black on Black Prime. Like,
share, subscribe, talk to us. We talk back. We everywhere. If you there, listen to it, and we'll listen to you.
All right.
Drop your recommendations.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and Spotify and follow us on IG and TikTok.